this case, you got a shade, one, two eye, whatever you want to call it, and then you got it. So you end up what I would call a tray instead of
Yep.
deucing here.
Yep.
Is this something you guys talk about? Because obviously, if it was a three technique on that side, you'd probably have to get the deuce here. But I think this is really, really good job by them taking the tray or treat, whatever you want to call it, the tight end tackle combo and the guard going down. I really like that. Is that something you guys talk about, or just
Yeah. Oh yeah. We drill it. We talk about it. We go as far as a lot of line coaches and a lot of people probably think I'm absolutely crazy for this. Even sometimes, depending on there's a lot that goes into using this technique. But even with the three technique, if we've got a five or six, right? Even with the three technique, I call it a vice. We still might go with a tray. Tight ends, right? In our system, they're asked to do a ton, right? We do a lot of different things with our tight ends, and their main priority is not mowing out defensive ends. And we got some creatures in this league. We got some long, heavy defensive ends, and there's a lot of situations where I would much rather take a tray than a deuce, just to help our tight ends. And like you said, especially when we're pulling, right? We're adding gaps out here. I would just rather take that. It hits so far outside anyways. And when we have a three technique, I call it a vice by this guard, right? He's actually going to kind of take almost a stretch thought process, right? The technique's not stretch. We're going to go work to angle drive it, get into it, and then rip it back to that A gap. So he's going to play into it and try to rip it this way with the thought that this tray, it should get caught in that wash, right? It should just be a big pile of defensive players right here between the vice and that tray. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
I could probably find some clips of that for, some future if anybody would ever want to see that. But I don't always feel 100% confident in leaving our tight ends one-on-one with the defensive ends in this league. So we'll take a tray a lot of the time. But this tray here, they do a really good job. And this is one of our jack combos, right? The tackle told the tight end here, hey, I'm taking this thing, right? Throw it across my face and you're getting up to the backer, right? That's what our jack means. You see him get into it. You see his left hand trying to rip it into that B gap. Tight end probably.
Big boy.
Yeah, that was a senior tackle for us. He just finished up. He had a really good career here. Our tight end probably could have gave a little bit more on that hip, get him across his face, but we're getting bodies on. Right? And that's just another good hard run. Here we go again. Same combo here. This is the one where it bites us in the butt. Now, we had this, whatever you call it, a five, right? 6-eye, six, whatever you want to call it, right? A seven technique. I know we moved to the 6-eye. We call it a 6-eye now. But, you got the 5 technique there. Now they're going to bump into a wide 9, right? He's stacking that H. We don't do a great job communicating here. In my opinion, right, we should be big on big here, and we should be straight up to 41, right, running our gaps, right? Schematically, game plan-wise, maybe if we saw this one time before, I think a good thing to do would maybe arc this to 9, right, be down and still kick that defensive end, right? I think that could have been a good situation, right? It's hindsight 2020. It's easy to sit here and talk about that, right? But tight end stays locked on the defensive end, the Y, right? H is confused. He doesn't know what the heck to do now. Right? He tries to get in there and gets blown up a little bit.